Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is Navigating Life as Consciousness. I am finding that I am in an expanded state of awareness nowadays, and things that normally would have pissed me off aren't pissing me off anymore. And there is this delightful sense of navigating my life through the day where there are choices. There are choices where, well, this could have pissed me off. Instead, I just stay curious, I stay light, I stay aware. So I had a doctor's appointment today. Doctor's appointments have never been traditionally my favorite thing to do. I managed to avoid them for about 5 years when I didn't have health insurance. And actually, I get a little traumatized when I go to the doctors nowadays because I am reminded of having to take my mother to the doctors. I was with her for 2 years. She had Alzheimer's and cancer. There was just never-ending doctor's appointments. Plus, my mother was religious about her regular appointments too, so we went to the eye doctor and the dentist, and she was happily going along to these things. I try to avoid doctors altogether. I like to handle things through diet and nutrition. I'm seeing a naturopath, and I like her a lot. And I am just aware when I go in there, there's all these different navigational points. At any one point or the other, I can navigate towards annoyance, resistance, or I can stay in the state of expanded curiosity, which I am a lot nowadays. I get there 15 minutes early because they asked me to, and then she's late. I'm very punctual. I could get annoyed at that, but instead it's fun reading People magazine. I haven't read People magazine in forever. I don't read magazines. Look at all this trashy information. And I go in there and I get to have my blood pressure drawn. It's lower than I expected. My weight is lower than expected. I don't weigh myself anymore. I just check to see how deep my belly button is to figure out if I'm heavy or light. So the number was lighter than I expected. So then the assistant leaves, and then I'm waiting for the doctor, and it's taking some time. I'm using that opportunity to practice some consciousness techniques, and I noticed that I am on the verge of some annoyance. I normally would have run down that garden path, and instead I stayed curious, I stayed open, I stayed neutral, and an interesting thing happened because a few minutes after that, there was this statically wave of fear that came at me, and I have a few minutes to adjust to it. Wasn't my energy. And then the doctor came in, and I like her. She's great. And what I noticed as we were talking is my energy shifted, and something happened where I was feeling this incredible effervescent energy around the center part of my body. There was an effortless kind of transformative healing isn't the right word for it, but energy cleansing wasn't the right word. There was something going on a consciousness level. And I ended up having a really long conversation with a doctor. We started talking about our childhoods. She grew up in Canada. I lived in England and in Canada when I was a kid. It was very, very interesting, and I realized that something was going on a level of consciousness that was transmuting the energy, and it was beneficial to her as well. I looked at her and I went, in my head, I cannot imagine what it would be like to be a doctor and see people who are uncomfortable and in pain and stuff like that. She was actually pretty pleased with all my results, and here I am 56 years old and I don't take any medications or supplements, all that kind of stuff. It was a fun experience that I didn't expect. And the point is I made choices to operate as consciousness. It's navigating my life, and I could go into habitual behaviors, or I can stay in this prevalent wave of energy that is going on. And that we all have the opportunity to do that. We all have the choice at any moment to choose the lighter way or the bottom of the fish tank, in the muck and mud, in the drama. Drama can be fun, and just notice how you feel when you live that way, engage that way, when you are preoccupied with the story or the gossips, rumors, story, drama, all that stuff. How does that really feel at the end of the day? Well, I tell you, when you choose to experience life as consciousness, when you shift your perspective of navigating your life as consciousness in form, so you are the expanded awareness navigating through life. You are the creator of your reality. You manufactured this whole storyline. You created hearing me tell you this. You wrote the script to be comedy or drama, and you can shift it at any moment. So the fun thing about operating as consciousness too is that change can happen instantaneously. So if you enjoy these moments of synchronicity or serendipity, if you love it when you get those, little goddess winks or higher power blessings or whatever you want to describe them, if you would like to be that way all the time, shift your perspective. Make a choice to view things as consciousness, and it changes everything around. So just remember that you are at choice every single moment, whether you're going to take the high road or the low road. And notice what happens when you choose consistently the high road. You're changing your habits, behaviors, and awareness by lifting yourself up to a broader perspective. So try that, see how it transforms your reality. And I will have another Mystic Minute in a couple of days. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also sign up to get these in your inbox. If you go to my website, you'll find more about my radio show and the other things that I'm offering. And I do these videos a couple times a week. So I'll see you in a few days.